Welcome to 101 exercises in JavaScript. What we're going to be doing here today is starting the exercises and going through the workflow. So there are instructions here on getting started and text on how the expected workflow, orientation, and general troubleshooting. What we're going to be doing is a visual demonstration. So what I've already done is created an account on glitch.com, and what I need to do, so this is the original copy. Every time you make a remix, you're making a copy of these 101 exercises for your work. So click Remix on Glitch. And again, what I've already done is made an account on Glitch. So this remix process, this is creating a brand new copy of the 101 exercises. So here's some orientation. The JavaScript file here, this right here is the code editor for the page that is shown behind this show page. So your brand new copy, see how this new copy of the project is called False Warp Canoe? This is a brand new fresh copy. Okay, so we're going to be writing code in one window and then running that code in the other window of the live site. So let's get started. In the 101 exercises.js, the JavaScript file, the assert here, this is a part of the platform. So this is comparing the actual outputs versus expected outputs for the different exercises. So don't touch anything here. We need that up there, but we're not going to do anything with it. Same thing with this add to done. This add to done function is going to show you that you've got problems correct. Okay. One of the most important things about this entire platform is checking your JavaScript console to show you what's going on. So the JavaScript console is available by right-clicking and going to inspect. It's the console right here, okay? So this console. This console is going to be our feedback mechanism, a very large part of the feedback mechanism of the 101 exercises. So an uncaught reference error. Well, what that means is that there is a variable that doesn't exist yet that's being referenced. And the name of that variable is doing JS right now, is not defined. Well, that's because you're not doing any JS right now, at least yet. We see that this is an issue on line 36, okay? So let's keep open. Let's just keep this JavaScript console open. It's really useful. This is going to be, any syntax errors are going to show up here, and any reference errors or assertion errors are going to show up here. Okay, so this told us to look at line 36. Well, line 36, all right, here we go. Hey, look, let's read the directions. Line 36 says there's an assert. The lines below will test your answer. If you see an error, that means that your answer is incorrect or incomplete. Okay, well, what does that mean? Welcome to 101 exercises. If you see reference error, some variable name is not defined, that means you need to create a variable. Exercise 0, example problem. Create a variable name doing JS right now, assign it to the Boolean. The line below creates the variable doing JS right now, assigns it to the Boolean value true. To complete exercise 0, uncomment the following line of JS. So these forward slashes create comments. So we just uncommented that line by deleting those forward slashes. Now, by going to show, we see that the page has changed a little bit. In that first example problem, we got a reference error on doing JS right now. Well, now we have a new error. This is very normal. This is how this environment is set up. Each new error tells you what you're supposed to be working on. So on Mars right now is a name of a variable that doesn't exist yet. That's what a reference error is. There may be typos cause reference errors too, right? And it's line 42. So let's take a look at line 42. Well, that looks like it's exercise 1. On the line below, create a variable named on Mars right now and assign it to the Boolean value of false. Okay? Well, let's do that. I'm going to define a variable var, and I'm going to purposefully make an error because I want to show you on Mars right now. The purposeful error that I'm putting in here is the name of the variable. You see I didn't capitalize the M. We go to the show and see how the reference error is still there. It tells us on Mars right now. So if you think you got it right, double check the spelling. It looks like capital M, right? Capital M. And if you want to cheat a little bit, the assert tells you what it's actually looking for, right? So let's check this out. Hey, look at that. Exercise 1 is correct. And as soon as we see that exercise 1 is correct here, we have a new error, a new reference error. Fruits is not defined, line 50 in the JS. So each time you solve something, the code that's running top to bottom here moves forward. Okay? All right, so this means we need to move into exercise 2 to define this fruits variable. It's very important to do everything in order from top to bottom, and if we had any kind of syntax errors, then that'll keep the entire code from running, and we don't want that. So I'll give you an example. By deleting this false here, I've purposefully created a syntax error. What I am doing is purposefully creating a syntax error. Notice that the correct problem disappeared, and we have an error, uncaught syntax error, unexpected token. That means unexpected character, semicolon, line 41. Okay, so this error message is either telling you what the next problem to solve is, or the next piece of syntax to fix. So line 41, and look at that, line var on Mars right now, unexpected token. If you didn't know what the problem was, what you do is you copy the error message and you do a search for that exact error message. Okay. We know what the problem is, so we'll go and we'll refresh. Exercise 1 is correct. Fruits is not defined. Now we get to move on to exercise number 2. Create a variable named fruits and assign it an array of strings containing the following fruits. Okay. Var fruits is, and then the array syntax is brackets, and we're going to do a string containing mango, banana, guava, kiwi, and then strawberry. When we go back over to the show page, we see exercise 2 is correct. This is the pattern here. This is the pattern. If you see any other error messages, read them, but there may be error messages that don't have anything to do with your problem, and that's okay. So vegetables is not defined, line 58, so colon, and then the line number. Okay. I'm going to give you an example of something that's incorrect. So we're going to make vegetables, and what if I only have broccoli and carrot in my array of vegetables? Well, when we come back over here, we get an assertion error. So the exercises we're expecting the array containing the strings eggplant, broccoli, carrot, cauliflower, and zucchini. This is the expected value, but we instead got broccoli and carrot only. So an assertion fails. What this means is that your solution is just incorrect or incomplete. Okay? So the assert right here on exercise 3 on line 59 is comparing the vegetables array, the vegetables variable you just made, to this exact value, right? So we need to finish writing this out. Eggplant, broccoli, carrot, zucchini. We forgot cauliflower, right? What if cauliflower is at the end? Well, you guessed it, it's going to be incorrect because it's not the same order. Small details matter with programming. So if the system was expecting eggplant, broccoli, carrot, cauliflower, and zucchini, but we instead give it eggplant, broccoli, carrot, zucchini, and cauliflower, that's incorrect. Okay, so we fix that, and as soon as we fix that, make sure there's no extra spaces in there, and then zucchini. Okay, let's check it out, and we get exercise 3 is correct. So as soon as you get something correct, it shows up. If you have any syntax errors, you need to fix them, or it's going to make everything go away, and you need to solve that. The CSS, we can ignore that. That's my Wi-Fi is being a little funny. If I refresh, it'll go away. The numbers is not defined, line 66. This is the next challenge. Okay, so this is how to get started. A little bit on troubleshooting. Again, if you have any syntax errors anywhere in the page, it will keep everything from running. So do things one at a time. And if you don't know how to do something, like the exercises here say create an array in JavaScript, if you don't know how to do it, you look things up. How to create an array of strings in JavaScript. You literally put it into a search engine, and then the best place to go, in my opinion, is the Mozilla developer docs. These folks know what they're doing big time. So look at that. Fruits equals square brackets and strings. Okay, so enjoy the 101. Get after it. Remember to keep your JavaScript console open. The directions right here and the orientation tell you how to open that JavaScript console and get that feedback. All right, onward and upward from here.